Hi, thank you for checking out this video. Today we are going to talk about the hybrid work environment and its impact into organization culture. Before we get into this video, I would like to remind you that please do subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon so you get notified in the future in all our videos. So let's deep dive into hybrid work environment. With the global pandemic coming into picture in year 2020, we all had to make sudden changes in our life. One of the biggest changes we all made is the way we work. Yes, we went to a hybrid work environment. Now, what is this hybrid work environment? It's a blended model where some people will go back to the offices based on the normalcy and some people work from home. Now, is this a new model? Not at all. Many large organizations like Microsoft, Google, Apple has been talking about or even practicing to a certain extent this model. But we never thought this model will become a reality so soon. In a recent survey from an app called Bind, over 3,000 employees from 45 companies such as Apple, Twitter, Salesforce, Visa found 64% of employees would rather have a flexible work than a $30,000 increase in salary. This finding speaks to the cost of the emotional burden of a daily commute and the value of autonomy. The remote work has created many new job opportunities for some, offered more family time for some. At the same time, it has given the option whether to or when to commute. What about the other way around? There are many challenges ahead of us. One of them is teams are becoming very siloed, and the digital exhaustion has been a real unsustainable threat for all of us. With over 40% global workforce considering leaving their employers this year, a thoughtful approach to hybrid work environment is critical for leaders to attract and retain diverse talent. What all the leaders of the organization need to do is to create a working environment where everyone can thrive from what they have learned over the past 12 months. I'm going to highlight some key findings from Microsoft 2021 Work Trend Index conducted by Edelman X Intelligence, and it outlines findings from more than 30,000 people from 31 countries and the analysis of trillions of productivity and labor signals from Microsoft 365 and LinkedIn. Number 1. Hybrid work is here to stay. Here the report states employees want the best of both. 73% wants flexible remote working option while 60% are craving more in-person time with their teammates. 66% of employers that are redesigning existing workspace to accommodate the demands of hybrid work. Leaders are out of touch with their employees. Research suggests most business leaders are faring better than their employees. 61% of leaders say they are thriving right now. These leaders whom are well established in their careers. But on the other side, 37% of global workforce say their companies are asking too much of them at a time like this. Now more than ever, people are expecting their employers and leaders to empathize with their unique challenges, but business leaders may out of touch what their employees need. With hybrid work, many feel there are fewer chances to ask employees, "How are you?" and pick up important cues to respond. Number 3. Higher productivity is making an exhausted workforce. Self-assessed productivity has remained the same or higher for many employees over the past year, but at a human cost. Nearly 1 in 5 global survey respondents say their employer doesn't care about their work-life balance. 54% feel overworked, 39% feel exhausted. The survey compared collaboration trends in Microsoft 365 between February 2020 to 2021. It was highlighted that time spent in Microsoft Team meetings has more than doubled globally. The average team meeting is 10 minutes longer than it used to be. The average Teams users is sending 45% more chats per week and 42% more chats per person after hours. The number of emails delivered to commercial and education customers in February when compared to the same month last year is up by 40.6 billion. There was a 66% increase in the number of people working on documents. Number 4. Shrinking networks are endangering innovation. The pandemic-driven isolation people feel in their personal life is also happening at work. Strong workplace networks are more than just nice to have. At the same time, weaker workplace relationships were less likely to report thriving at activities that led to innovation. Research states that thinking strategically decreased by 9%, collaborating and brainstorming with others decreased by 10%, and proposing new ideas decreased by 9%. Dr. Nancy Bain, senior principal researcher at Microsoft, states, when you lose connection, you stop innovating. There are no new ideas getting in, and group thinking become a serious possibility. Number 5. Authenticity will spur productivity and well-being. The research states 18% have met their colleagues, pets or families virtually, and as we clung to each other to get through this year. 17% have cried with a co-worker. This number was even higher for those industries hit hardest during the pandemic, like education was up by 20%, travel and tourism up by 21%, and healthcare was up by 23%. More genuine interaction with co-workers may help foster a workplace where people will feel more comfortable being themselves, and more people have interacted with their co-workers more closely than before by meeting their children and pets over a video, or even sharing cry experience stronger work relationship, which was increased by 12%, but also reported 23% of higher productivity and 9% increase in overall well-being. So what is the understanding you have? To thrive in these challenges, what are the skills you need to navigate hybrid working? Are you ready to deal with the technical complexity ahead of you? You as a leader will require technical skills, but I would like to highlight emotional intelligence will be one of the important skills you need to acquire to deal with emotional complexity in a hybrid work environment. Alphabet and Google CEO Sundar Pichai said in an interview with Time magazine, "We firmly believe that in person, being together, having a sense of community is super important. But we do think we need to create more flexibility and more hybrid models. The question is, how? Do managers have the needed EQ skills?" Here are some key focus areas where you can really focus to inculcate in your organizational context. You as a leader. Number 1, bring more emotional intelligence awareness among your people. Make them understand why understanding their own emotions, labeling their emotion, and in case of emotional complexity, ask them to reach someone who can help them. Number 2, connecting people with a new employee experience. Human connection and engagement will increase creativity, innovation, and increase in productivity. Bring more virtual engagement aspect where they have the space to talk, laugh, smile, and have fun. Bring more virtual gamified version learning where people can learn while they have fun. Now these elements will bring a little bit of a relaxation for their mind, get rid of the stress and emotional burnout. Number 3, realign your digital wellness to bring more mental wellness. Speed and urgency of your work will lead your employees to stay long hours in meeting and work beyond their work schedule. Now, bring your office self-management tools like time management and scheduling to your homes as well. Make sure your employees get sufficient break, enough healthy meals, and physical exercises. This will enable them to increase their productivity as they have cleared their mind. Your employees space to take a few minutes to take a walk or have their own quiet time. This will enable them to refocus on their task. Number 4, check in and check out. In a physical workplace, co-workers often give up many clues about their emotional state. But when you're not in face-to-face, understanding your team members which they are trying to grapple out, you need a lot of explicit effort into it. So, check-in, check-out is an important function which you as a leader need to do on a daily basis to make sure they are intact with you. At the same time, leaders and managers need to use whatever the techniques and tools that they have at their disposal to make sure they do the check-in and check-out. Number 5, be human and be more authentic. It's not always easy to people to admit they are having a hard time, especially in a workplace context, but being open about your own challenges and not working from home, achieving work-life balance and other aspects of remote work life not only encourage mutual disclosure but can promote feelings of trust and empathy among teammates and offer help to solve their work-related problems. Number 6, bring more coaching and mentoring part of your leadership. With all research done, it does indicate that more human connection is needed. You as a leader need to get engaged and connect with your employees. To do this, coaching is a fantastic tool. What does coaching do? Coaching brings your employees to a space where they can discover themselves. Now, this will lead to a better performance. As a summary, it is really important to note that you, as a leader of an organization which is heading for a hybrid working culture, to adopt a leadership style which is more into leading with emotional intelligence, which is about you being more aware, being more authentic, being more resilient, and more empowering leader. So my final thought for the day: better Wi-Fi connection will enable you to face all the technical complexity in a hybrid working environment. But greater emotional Wi-Fi will enable you to connect with your people to avoid any emotional complexity in the hybrid working environment. So that's the message I have for you today on this video. I hope this video was very informative for you, and I believe you did enjoy as well. So feel free to follow me on all my social media network, as well as please do subscribe to my podcast EI Cafe with Azim, where I bring the global perspective in terms of emotional intelligence and how it impacts our daily life. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and press that bell icon where you'll get notified when I put out similar videos in the future. Till I meet you on a next exciting and informative video, signing off, my name is Mazeemsaheer. Stay safe, stay blessed. See you.